What a man-child.
I will try to be less childish in the future, but make no mistake, I own a Tesla.
What's up, Angel? Yeah, so it's also pretty, like, you know, pretty fine to do, like, in the highway or whatever. You have to pay it off. True. I did win Worlds. No. If I win Masters and Worlds, I'll probably just invest it all, and I'll invest it all. Like now, after I pay the down payment and all that, I'm just gonna invest everything. Like every spare dollar I make, going straight to some investments. But yeah, the sick thing about getting in Arizona is that my mom can see it too. Like I can drive my mom for a little bit and show her, like for like a day or so. And also I can get Tesla insurance as well because it's in Arizona. And the Tesla insurance is a lot cheaper than, it's a lot easier to get and cheaper than any other insurance. Oh. Got his ass. Buy the company? Yeah, true. I'll pay like 800 billion. Buy the company. My like 40k Worlds winnings. To do with the entire squad? Yeah, I'm down if they want to. They probably won't want to, but I'm definitely down. Paul and I are gonna drive. We're gonna try it, or Paul wants to try it, bro. He wants to take it for a spin. Cause Paul's actually never been in one, bro. He's never been in a Tesla before, so he's about to experience it. Same as Stewart as well. Stewart's never been in one either. Yo, Matrix, I think this tier 2 subscription. Thank you so much, man. Holy fuck, that's big. Thank you so much, dude. Appreciate that. Thank you. But yeah, Stewart says he likes fast cars and shit like that. And Stu's never been in a Tesla, so he's about to get his pants blown off. Oh. Crypto, I have a few investments in Bitcoin. I think I'd probably get some. I think I want to try and get 1 Bitcoin before it goes up.
Your middle tower is under attack.
That's pretty cool. Houdini. I'm always down for crypto personally. Crypto's interesting. I made a decent amount off like pumping and dumping some Doge, and I made a bit on Ethereum Classic. But personally, I'm not too into it too much right now, so maybe eventually I'm down. As some income, yeah, no, for sure. But for the short term, I'm just trying to invest a lot into like Tesla personally, like the company, so that way I can like, because right now it's like a fire sale, honestly, quite cheaper now. It's gone up the past few days, but compared to like what it'll be in like 2030, 2032, like pretty much all I care about is like the next 10 years or so. So yeah, what I'm focused on right now. So my like lagging. How much you got invested in crypto, Houdini? You can DM me if you want, if you don't want to like type it out, but. Yeah, I'm so happy, bro. How different Teslas from other electric cars? They're getting to be like a tad similar. I think, well, with the newer Model Ys coming out from Texas, the new Tesla factory, those cars are gonna have like structural battery pack. So sort of similar to how airplanes have fuel in the wings, the Tesla cars that are coming out in the future will have the battery pack built into like the structure of the car. it like sheds weight off, and it's just more efficient. But Tesla cars, compared to other, I mean, they're getting pretty similar over the years. But I'd say Tesla's interior is a bit more minimalistic compared to most other EVs. There are some EVs like the Lucid is like pretty minimalistic, but a lot of them are having like just like screens, like sort of like Tesla, how they have screens, like there's like one screen. But other automakers are having like multiple screens. Compared to like gas cars, at least their own gas cars, like it seems like every EV automaker is having like fucking screens on them. That's kind of weird. I'm not really sure why, but I'm not sure too much about other automakers, like every other EV, but for the most part, Tesla has their battery on, like on the current cars, they have it on the bottom of the car, like as like on the floor, and so it kind of makes it more agile, more nimble. Makes it feel a lot better. Yeah, there's like a bunch of other like small little features and stuff, and I think a lot of cars have like some sort of like autopilot type of thing. Like autopilot is quite, you know, it's quite similar to like a lot of other cars. Like there's like 20 other automakers probably a little bit less that have like, you know, their own type of like self-driving. Although Tesla's like the one you pay 12K for is far in the lead, like far in the lead. But like their base autopilot is pretty similar to a lot of other automakers.
Was unfortunate.
I freely admit the mistake was mine.
True, Jin, true. I think the newer cars have like better CPUs and graphics cards. Like I think they have like AMD graphics cards and like the Model S and X.
Be careful left.
And they said, I think Elon said there's like gonna be a Steam demo next month of the for the Model S and X, like where you can like, you know, play Steam games. But imagine Zap winning worlds if you from a playing from a Tesla, bro. That'd be crazy. You could probably get like a controller and probably play. Like you can play Cuphead as well. But eventually it'll be like more games as well. Like in the past, they were basically going to just optimize a few games for like the car on Steam. So, you know, you can play a few select games like Cyberpunk or Witcher, you know, whatever games they decide. But that would have taken them less time, but it would have been worse off in the future, because now they're basically trying to make it so you can play like universally any game, sort of like, you know, how you could play like on a computer. Kind of what they're trying to do. Instead of just optimizing like Tesla, like the cars for like a few games, they're gonna try and optimize it for every game. Like just like integrate Steam basically, and instead of like integrating the game itself, just integrate like Steam as a whole. It's taking some time, so. Dude, I would love to do like a podcast while driving, but I think it's like, I think I wouldn't be able to do that. I think it's like against the law or something, or like it's banned on Twitch at least. I can't, or like I can stream me driving, but I would need someone else in the car to read chat, because I wouldn't be able to read chat, which would suck. What's this dumbass doing, bro? Get off my shit. Yeah, it's at Mr. Methers. Yeah, I got a Model 3 as well. Super excited. Did the car? Yeah, I did. Well, I don't have it delivered yet, but it'll take like a few months. I just ordered it today. Yeah, I'm really excited. Oh, yikes. Is it a rat? Is that jungle? Oh, it is. I have so much gold, dude. I keep doing this shit, man. I keep forgetting the back. Everyone wants to buy nowadays, bro.
Your right tower is under attack.
I got a Model 3 performance, black and white seats. Yours was gray, right?
Be right back.
Nice, nice. Yeah, gray's sick. Black seat, I gotcha. I like the black seats. I'm not a fan of like the wood trim on the black seats.
Enemy missing middle.
I'm also just a sucker for. I'm a sucker for black and white. I love black and white so much. My favorite colors. So. Like the black exterior with the black wheels and the white interior, I think looks really nice. Look at instantly. I heard it's actually pretty easy to clean actually. Like it seems to be a lot easier than most people think. Go to car wash, really? Wait, actually?
On my way.
Pretty sure, really?
Be careful.
Wait, really?
Deleted.
Enemy spotted.
Yo, what's up, Skirt? How you doing, man? I'm doing great.
Ultimate is ready.
How's your day, Skirt?
Lane.
Skirt. Really? Wow. Okay. Yeah, I've seen people have like they get like subscriptions like for car washes and they go like every day. That's why you like read about and hear about like on social media and on YouTube and all that. People like But honestly, I'm down, bro. Like I definitely would clean mine every day. I don't care. Or like not every day, but you know, every like week or a few days or whatever. I would like, you know, I'm gonna be taking care of that shit like it's my baby. You know what I mean? You're vibing new things as well. Nice.
Retreat.
For left.
Enemy missing right.
Yeah, I got it. TTV. Hell yeah, bro. It's black. Wait, onto the paint. That makes sense. Do you have like a paint protection Houdini or like a ceramic coating or anything? I'm thinking of getting one.
Ultimate is ready.
Enemy missing left.
Oh my god, that was an absolute juicer of an ult, but it wasn't good enough because I took too long to land, and I got silenced as I landed. I couldn't get my wall. Fuck, that could have been juicer. Release it. I financed it. There's NPR? I think it's only like 4%. In the past, it was gonna be like 2%, like 2.49, I think it was, like a year ago, but it's raised a lot. This fucking house is fucking blocking me, bro. Excuse me, you motherfucker. Oh my, who is this Thor? Get this guy off Thor now.
Attack middle lane.
Be careful left. Enemy has been slain. Attack! Your team has
Oh, the fucking oval got me, bro.
retreat. Out of mana. An enemy
This will
right
not
back.
do.
I can.
Two and a half seasons, my mechanics are pretty good, my builds are questionable, tips for selling builds, and now they build against an enemy god. Yeah, builds are very important, honestly. Like, builds in Smite are like extremely important compared to other MOBAs, I think, because like builds in Smite make or break characters. Don't answer? Okay.
This will not do.
Save yourself. Ultimate is down. I wish I could have saved them.
What's up, Lape? Damn, what are you doing, Lape? Why are your arms sore? Haha. What are you doing, man?
Darkness favors you.
Bro, I'm fucking slowed.
Be careful. Retreat. Completed.
Enemies have returned to base.
So scared. Okay, so I was saying, you know, items in Smite are pretty important because they make or break characters, and you know, gods in Smite are so reliant on items. So yeah, building in Smite is important. I would say,
Let's not lose our heads.
Defend the
you want to
point.
learn like how to build
This will not
gods and like classes like fundamentally. So, for example, in this meta right now, Arthur and Kukulkan, for example, and like Achilles and Nike and pretty much like most warriors that don't need power build the same build. So that build is Bluestone because they're mostly all ability based, and then they go into Sov because it makes you unkillable early game and it's really cheap and it's just good all around, and your support doesn't have to go Sov. And then they go Glad Shield because they have, you know, they're ability based for the most part. So like those two items are gonna be like your Fizzy, right? You want to have double Fizzy and either double Magic D or a Magic D item and
attack the gold fuel.
an item with both. So like the way I build, for example, is
Gank left
First slot is start item. Second slot is the defense against the laner I'm going versus. So it's either physical or magical. Most of the time it's physical. So, you know, starter, physical. And then it'd be another physical with HP on it because you want HP. And then it's always magical defense, right? Third or fourth, I guess. Counting starter. And then fifth is an item that has both usually. So then in that case it'd be Spirit Robe or Mantle, or, you know, usually it's always Spirit Robe because I love Spirit Robe. I think it's really OP. If it's not Spirit Robe, then it would be... Oh, my fucking DoorDasher is calling me. If it's not Spirit Robe, it would be another magic defense item. So it'd be 2 physical and 2 magical, and then last item would be like the double. But all it comes down to is just like, you know, playing the game a lot and watching SPO and all that. Like that's usually how I build like most solo laners right now. It's just starter and then double fisty, magic D, and then both, and then a situational item last. In that case, it could be like spectral armor, or it could be, you know, more magic D, or it could be a pen item. Thank you, Fineokay, yeah, I appreciate that. I'm not trying to say your name, but I appreciate it. Thank you so much. But yeah, I know what I said was probably kind of confusing, but I'd say it's worth to try and learn, you know, like the structure of build, like the fundamental structure of like how to like build an item or build a solo lane build. But you know, there's not much I can say to help you. Builds in Smite are pretty much, half of it is copying other builds, and the other half is learning how to build yourself and by playing the game a lot. So there's not much tips I can give you aside from telling you an actual build and telling you to play the game, basically. Like for example, so for Thor, I'm trying a new build, right? So it's start item, and then it's trans because power helps Thor a lot. So power item, and then I want 1 Fizzy and 1 Magic D item, right? That's gonna be like my core 4 items, right? So power, Fizzy, Magic D, starter, and that's what I got here. And these also happen to be cooldown item because Thor is really good with cooldown. And then the next item, I want it to be a Fizzy item because usually there's a bias toward Fizzy. Because, you know, there's more, you know, a lot of Fizzy in the game. A lot of Fizz damage in the game, you know, towers, you know, Fire Giant auto attacks. Or in a Fire Giant, I think it's Fire Giant abilities maybe? I don't know. One of them is meant to be, one of them is Fizzy. You know, Titan and all that, gods. So, minions, yeah. So that's why you want to be a little bit more Fizzy bias. So that's why I went Spectral. Also because they have crit. Like, if I didn't go Spectral, I'd probably go, like, you know, Shifters or Void Shield. Even though those are bad items, or Sov, or Emperors. Even though those are bad items, kind of, I'd still, you know, go it because I want another Fizzy item in that slot. So, you know, 2 Fizzy, 1 Magic D, 1 Power, 1 Starter, and then the last item is preferably a Magic D of some sort. So, you know, it could be like a full Magic Defense item, or it could be a Spirit Robe, or a Mantle, or a Magi's maybe. In this case, it's going to be Spirit Robe. But I also have this, so you know, I can afford to kind of go, you know, a little bit more damage if I wanted to, but I'm not. Like, I'm gonna go this actually. So I'm like really tanky. And I don't do that much damage because I kind of going, you know, a million tank items, but yeah, that's kind of like the thing. Yeah, like once you learn structure, it's, you know, will damage even worth? I don't think so. Probably not, because he doesn't. I mean, he's okay with damage, but you kind of gets one shot. So, like, sort of think of it as like OCD, maybe, kind of like quirky OCD, you know. Like that's one good way to build, especially on Guardians. It's like you want to have 2 Fizzy, 2 Magic D, and an item that is both Magic and Fizzy. So like Spirit Robe, Mantle, stuff like that. You know. Throwing a foul, whatever. And then, you know, 1 starter item. Oh, this like root. Oh, they pulled that.
On my way.
Be right back. Be right back. Be
On
careful.
my way. Ultimate is down.
Like build structures kind of change usually. Like in the past, in past solo metas, it would be like start item, and then it would be you know, it'd be mystical mail, and then it'd be
Ultimate is down.
a health item,
Return to base.
and then it'd be a magical defense item, and then it'd be like a fizzy and magic D item. So like Pidwin or you know, Spirit Robe or Mantle or whatever, and then it'd be a fizzy item last. That's like the old way to build. But now in this meta, it's double Fizz D Rush with Glad and Sov, and then Magic D, and then Fizz D and Magic D, or just Magic D, and then situational. Yeah, I would disagree, Monstreef, actually. I would disagree a lot. I think mage builds are like the one builds that change a lot, I think. Kind of. Like, well, I mean, with mages, like, there's always like 2 items, like 3 items, 3 or 4 items you always want to get, and that's, you know, 1 being your starter, and 2 being Reaver and Obshard. You always want to have Reaver and 20% pen. At least. It's always, we always want to have. So you kind of just build around that. And you want to have like a power, like a main power item. And having a flat pen item is nice, or another percent pen item, or 2% pen items. I mean, like having 40% pen is nice, so you can go, you know, Mirrodin and Rod's Duty or something, or just Mirrodin and Warlocks or something. Warlocks and Rod. Plus Obshard, you know. Like with mage builds, you have your starter, and then you want to have like a power item, so that'd be like Book or Warlocks, or like, you know, or it'd be like double flat pen instead of a power item, but that's 2 item slots. And then you want to have Reaver and Ob, and you want to have cooldown usually. So it's kind of get to fit those core things into a mage build. So like in my opinion, like going like Sands into Warlocks. Warlocks is your main damage item.
Completed.
Until you let go.
And Sands will be your main cooldown item late game. And then you get Deso for your flat pen.
Sun has set on this kill.
And then you get Soul Gem for fun, and because it gives you cooldown. But then you get like Obshard Reaver, because you need those items. And so with that build, you have full cooldown. You have 30% pen. You have some flat pen. You have good power. Kind of like a build I like to go. I'm gonna ask right now. I mean, it's okay. Okay, it's not great, but I mean, flat pen always be flat pen, you know. Not wonderful. Not preferable. Unfortunate. Hate to see that.
Impressive killing spree.
Playing into Mental God, I have a harder time even though I'm building mental defense. Yeah, I mean going into like a magical soul laner can be a bit tough sometimes. But usually you want to go Genji's first item. It's really good first item because it's cheap, gives you mana. Oni's is okay too, but I think Genji's is probably a little better. So if you go Genji's first item, and then go into double Fizzy, usually you'll be fine. But I mean, sometimes, you know, if they rush pen, or if they're just, you know, really oppressive early game magical god, then it might be a little bit rough, but I would say just going on like Genji's is good in early game. Because then if you go Magic D, and then you go another Magic, you go 2 Magic D items early game, in solo lane, you'll get camped by the jungler, and the jungler will one-shot you. Remember when you rank games like a real adult? True. I would do that, Soul. How you doing, man? I appreciate that, Soul. Have a good day at work, bro.
Okay.
Yo, what's up, Brutorius? Thank you, man. Appreciate it. I think my DoorDash is like outside or something.
Your middle phoenix is matter mountains.
I'll be back, guys. Got my Chipotle.
Shut down. There will be no more of that.
On my way.
Your middle phoenix is my way. Your right tower.
Contemplate silence.
Attack. Ultimate is down.
I'm building stacks.
Your right tower is under attack.
Alright guys, I'm back. I go up the stairs, fucking snail speed. But yeah, Skirt, I actually made like a 40-minute video about building in solo lane.
Ultimate is down.
But I never uploaded it because I don't know. I kind of went on for 40 minutes and I didn't get to the I didn't get like
Destroyed the pipe.
I was inefficient with my information. I never uploaded it. It was basically a build about how to build fundamentally in solo lane, like, you know, a build that you can use in the future, you know, like sort of like teaching a man how to fish. But I also was giving you the fish, you know, like I was kind of giving you food. Like I was gonna put builds for every single solo laner, but it took too long. But I'll probably try and do it again soon. But instead, focus on actually like building fundamentals and not like the builds themselves, you know. So like for example, I'll say like, you know, you want like your start item always, so it's one slot down, and then you want at least 3 Fizzy items, counting, you know, double Fizzy, double Manchity, or like, you know, counting like Spirit Robe or whatever, and then you want at least 2 Manchity items. So I'll probably do that.
Destroyed a middle enemy tower.
Like, see, like this game, not counting my starter, because starter is always just starter. I have
Destroyed a middle enemy
3 Fizzy items and 2 Manchity items and 1 power item and 1 starter. So it's kind of like, you know, like this game I followed my own, you know, structure kind of. And like the same will probably happen in the next year too, you know. Probably how people will build.
How exciting.
Would be great. Yeah, I could do it as well, yeah. There's a lot of like educational stuff I want to do for YouTube, but I don't know. I don't know how to edit. And it's a lot of work, like sending it, it's like, I don't know. I just suck at making videos, dude. I suck at like talking. Like I suck at explaining things, especially. I'm really bad at explaining stuff. I'm the worst when it comes to explaining shit. So I ramble on for years and I don't get out the necessarily like important information.
I'll attack left.
Would appreciate it. Yeah, I probably could honestly.
Fully powered their obelisk.
Attack
You go
the
X
hero.
and when Bluestone. So Bluestone, I would go like 95% of the time, at least before. But they actually secretly buffed Axe. They buffed Warrior's Axe and gave it 5 extra power. So it's the same power as Bluestone. It out heals Bluestone and it out damages Bluestone. I'm pretty sure. Unless you're like Uller or something, like a ton of abilities, like Arthur or something. But you want to go Bluestone when you want to have higher damage late game and when you want to clear the wave faster and therefore have more lane pressure because you clear wave faster. That's like the main. That's like the main thing. Have a script talk over your videos instead of live commentary. You know, I actually had a script, but I mean the script was only, you know, I had a script for like the first like, you know, 5 minutes or whatever, you know. Like the video was like 40 minutes long because I was, you know, going through like every build, so it kind of took a while, you know. But yeah, go Axe when you want to fight them in lane and sustain, and when you want to have a tankier late game. Because Axe is way tankier late game. So like this game, for example, I knew I was going trans, and Gladiator isn't that tanky. So it's like if I went Hero's Axe, I'll be way tankier late game. Because Hero's Axe is actually like one of the tankiest items in the entire game, like period. 45 of each and 300 HP. It's basically Thebes, or like basically fucking Lona's Mask. Yeah, it's like a better Lona's Mask. Like a little bit worse Thebes. So that is why, like, you know, I went Warrior's Axe. And also I just wanted to try it in lane because there are some gods that are good with Warrior's Axe that have like good range poke. If you have like range poke, Axe is pretty good because you can proc the passive easily. For example, like Thor, all you gotta do is hammer wall, and that's a lot of damage. And you get healed. And you take less damage as well. It's like kind of safer for lane. It's just Bluestone is way better at clearing the wave. Yeah, the music's tell me which song goes. Na 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 na. I'm pretty sure it's the Batman song. Batman theme song. I just thought this clearly during team fights. True chat, thank you, man. I don't know, I've playing the game for a while. Like 6 months ago, and I've hit D4 the game kind of easy. Counter or out damage either soul laner. I'll be back. Wait, action solid.
Ultimate is ready.
Enemy spotted.
Group up.
Be careful. Retreat.
Enemy ultimate down.
My drink just fucking. My drink just exploded in my face. Literally.
Be right back. Ultimate is down.
Honestly, yeah, true. Honestly, you know what? Build what looks nice to your eyes, bro. Eye contact at least? Yeah, I did actually. Build good looking items, bro. Like all my items in this build, in my opinion, are good looking.
Your left feet.
You don't want to build ugly items.
Be careful. Be careful.
Sorry.
Defend left lane. Completed.
Tartarus Titans has been destroyed. Spot ready. The earth face. An enemy has fallen. Fail.
Infuse Sigil late game, it's very good. Infuse Sigil does a lot of fucking damage.
On my way. On my way. On my way. Fallen. Attack.
Okay.
Help. Enemy ultimate incoming.
Attack fire giant.
Your wickedness.
May blood flow.
Attack fire.
Okay.
Bro, we're not gonna get this, are we?
Chase the enemy now. Attack fire giant. You wretched sword.
Fucking man mode that shit, baby. Give me that fucking shit, baby.
Drinking is for the whole.
Things short us, unfortunately.
Ultimate is down.
Burn their soul.
Contemplate silence.
Okay.
Cancel that. Group up. Bleed for me. Defend the gold fury.
Enemy team has destroyed the Gold Fury. Retreat.
Be careful. Be careful. Be
Retreat.
careful left.
Retreat.
Save yourself.
I could have saved them. Being on way down. The earth.
Be careful.
What is this game, dude? For I drop SOC?
My way.
There's no set amount of hours, honestly. You should try out ASAP, literally whenever, as soon as possible.
Ultimate is down.
At least when you're like somewhat confident in yourself. If you're like 55% confident in yourself, then you should try out. But you know, I mean, I was playing like tournaments in season 1 when I was 12, when I was in gold. You know what I mean? Maybe like whenever you get plat, or like maybe whenever you get diamond. Okay, I'll say maybe like diamond or plat is when you should try it, you know.
Your left Phoenix is under attack.
Definitely diamond, plat's like probably.
To see you on the battlefield.
On my
And
way.
gold, you know, you'll probably get farmed, but you know, it's part of the process, you know.
Be right back. Be right back.
Your right tower is under attack.
You are bound to me.
I'll defend.
That is true, Tomcat, but you can't take it too seriously, or else you're not gonna be friends after. Just don't let, you know, team decisions get in the way of your friendship.
Burn their soul.
Like, I was on a team with my best friends, and then I got kicked. And I stopped talking to them for a while. And we stopped being friends after a while. True, you get wrecked by Dishonored, dude. The LeBron of SOC, dude. It's not about game, I said.
soul.
Your left
Chase the
Phoenix
enemy!
has
Chase
been
the enemy!
destroyed. Enemy missing.
Ultimate is down! Pain only makes me stronger.
On my way. Your team has destroyed a middle enemy Phoenix. Double kill Titans.
Impressive.
Bleed for me!
Deicide, dawn is here.
What brutal savagery!
Well done, indeed.